history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense could get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Joey Sly is going to have the honor of getting us started. And here we go from Miami. Washington now to return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. A-chain again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Punt team out now, and it's the former Patriots All-Pro Jake Bailey on the kick. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Drake entered the league as a top 5 pick because he checks a lot of boxes. Just the way you want him. Tall, athletic, great arm. 1 year at North Carolina, put on an absolute show. And yeah, 2nd year as a starter took a little bit of a beating and some question whether or not he was still a top 5 pick. The ability, there's no question there. It is now the consistency in taking care of the football that will be a big part of Drake's career.
It's a 21-yard gain. And that's a New England 1st down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
May on 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Demario Douglas. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Finds him over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here's 2nd and 2. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. He'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Here he goes on the bootleg. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Patriots have a great first drive and get the game's first points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. D. Eskridge to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So Miami headed out for its second drive of the game. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Man in motion here. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Ready. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. Decent gain here, but short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. And they send a man in motion. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's gonna run for it! Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's gonna give the Dolphins a first down. So we're through one quarter of this AFC East contest. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Tua now from the gun. Completes this one to Braxton Berrios. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Has his man, it's Smythe. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed left. Going play action, Tagovailoa. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
2nd and 3 now. Waddle now in motion right. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
44, ready.
They go play action with Tagovailoa. Complete beyond the marker. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
From the red zone now. Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. Achane. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a yard that time. They needed more, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Dolphins at a deficit. Running forward, it's Achane. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Dolphins earn the chance to tie before halftime. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins tie this game 7-7. Sanders all set to send it away. Antonio Gibson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's a New England first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To the air on first down, May. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
To the air yet again, May. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. First down throw for May. And that one's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. That's to his running back, Antonio Gibson. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Dolphins side of the field.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Big gain downfield. And he has the New England touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Here's Sly to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Eskridge on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Dolphin offense taking over late in this half. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. This finds Smith. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Yeah, ready.
From the 37. And his perfect start is over. That's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Pass didn't work on 2nd. Let's see how that affects this 3rd down.
They're right here. Ready, set.
Here's Tagovailoa. This one's taken in by Hill. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Go ahead.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. He's up, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So we've reached the end of 2, and it's the visiting Patriots out in front. Now we'll send you up to Orlando, our studios there, for Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. Sanders all set to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Patriots offense out there to start this 3rd quarter. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. 3rd quarter starts with a run by Stevenson. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
May on 1st and 10. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Going play action, May. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that could create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
May now on third down. He has the first over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a New England first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. May now from the gun. Throw left side, caught by Douglas. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He's got the hook up to Bourne. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Go.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
May trying again here on 2nd. He's got it! And that will not be enough for a first down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. On play action, here's May. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they botched on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
Here's Sly to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Eskridge on the return. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Defense showing blitz. Tagovailoa got his target. It's Hill. He'll have him gain about a handful there. Kyle Duggar holding him down.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback try and power for it. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Dolphins ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode. They trail to start the fourth. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Tua now from the gun. On target to Waddle. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Putting a receiver in motion. Tua off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throwing on third, Tagovailoa. Able to find Achane. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looks like they will indeed try it, 4th and 2. Trying for it, it's Achane. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up and you can reset those downs.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Achane reels it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Offense up to the line fast. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Third and long for him here. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Desperation time here on fourth. Throw is caught by the back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the fourth.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
The Patriots ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, a gift to Stevenson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Patriots nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Stevenson with another carry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Third and 4 coming up now. To throw, here's May. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Gibson here from the gun. Has a lane inside the 25. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20.
Make a play ball, baby. It's rolling out time, baby. Let's go to work. Let's go get him. Come on.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
2nd down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
4th down's going to bring out Joey Sly and the Patriots field goal unit for the first time. This is from 35 out on the left hash. His kick is good at the end, but boy, Brock, we might see some words exchanged at midfield here as they add 3 to the win as time expires. So the Patriots come in and take the win on the road. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is.
Yeah.
I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Patriots emerge as winners as we say